This is unprecedented. You could speak to Tony, you could speak to anybody. This is unprecedented or just about unprecedented. As time goes by, we're seeing it's really at a level that nobody would have believed, nobody would have thought possible that this could happen. And we are making much of this stuff now, and much of it's being delivered now. We've also gotten tremendous reviews from a lot of people that can't believe how fast it's coming. I mean, when I hear they have an order of 55 million masks, and that's just one order, that's one order out of many, and that there are many millions of masks beyond that, and I keep saying, how is it possible to use so much? But that's the way it is. And part of that is because they'll use a mask for a short period of time and they throw it. The fact is that we are doing a tremendous amount. We started with very few masks. We had some, but nothing for an event like this. And now we're making tens of millions of masks and other things. And I think it's unprecedented what we've done and what we're doing. And many doctors, and I've read many, many doctors, they can't believe the great job that we've done. Yes,
it has been many,
Kelly, did you have?
It's been nearly 3 months since your administration learned about this virus.
Well, if you remember, I was the one that closed the country down. I was the one that closed the. You don't write that, or you don't say it too much, certainly on CNN. But I just read an article yesterday. That by closing the country down so early, very early, we saved tens of thousands and much more than that lives. So. You might want to report that too. Go ahead.
I'd just like to address that for a moment. Again, I'm an ICU physician, ran health systems, and I first of all want to thank everyone who's on the front line in the emergency room, in the ICUs, in the hospitals. I speak to my colleagues daily. We need to preserve our PPE to the degree that we can. CDC guidelines has had that. The president has talked about it. But I also want to say we are making product, as the president said, but we are also responding through the FEMA system to distribute the strategic national stockpile resources according to requests that come in. Stockpile has been distributed to many states, first orders, second orders, and on a daily basis adjudicating that. If there are shortages in your hospital system, I can't tell you of Dr. X, Y, Z, that needs to be clearly iterated to the local emergency management.
Are you seeing those hospitals talking about the shortages?
We were on the phone 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago with over 2,000 hospitals or hospital systems sharing best practices from Seattle, where they've been very innovative, pioneering some of these areas. When there is a shortage, they need to go through their emergency management. It goes directly up to the FEMA system, which really rocks. It really works very, very well. And then there's a distribution of the stockpile. Now, the stockpile isn't infinite. That's why it's being replaced by all the orders. But mask supplies go out on a daily basis as they are needed and requested through the FEMA system. And I don't know, Administrator Gaynor, whether you want to add to that.
Tony, would you like to say something?
Just to reiterate what Brett said, we don't take lightly what you just read. I get the calls every night, the way you get emails. It's a serious issue. We don't want that to happen, but it is happening. You're not making things up. I know that because I'm experiencing myself. But what you just heard about the different avenues, some of which aren't even recognized, about how you can get help through the FEMA process, in addition to the large amounts of additional PPE that's coming into the system. We hope that very, very, very soon we're not going to get those kinds of real life difficulties.
Yeah, it seems like there's a question about the timeline here, and even FEMA can't quite answer what the timeline is. Days, weeks.
Yeah. Sooner than weeks. It's going to be days. I would hope. We're going to try to make it days to the best possible way we can.
And again, what we're doing is we're trying to help the states get things faster. And that's what we're doing. We're implementing. And the magnitude of this, it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. But the magnitude is something that no matter who you were, no matter where you come from, nobody ever thought a thing like this could happen. You read about 1917 and you read about certain things, but you think in a modern age a thing like that could never happen. Well, it comes back. It is genius. It comes back, and it's too bad. But I think the people working on this have been incredible. The job they've done has really been incredible. But there's tremendous amounts of not only masks, of ventilators and respirators and everything you can think of. It's all being, much of it and almost, I could say all of it is being manufactured right now.